Hey, what's up? John Sonmez from simpleprogrammer.com. Just had to make sure my microphone is on and working. I wanted to do an answer to a question of something that I've gotten a few questions about, especially since Microsoft purchased this company, which is LinkedIn. So I got this question about, what do you think of LinkedIn? What is my opinion on this? So the question says, hi John, I'm sure that you're aware of Microsoft's recent big purchase, LinkedIn. Okay, so it's a little bit dated. Now that Microsoft owns LinkedIn, aka the Facebook of professional world, would you consider it a worthy investment to put the effort into creating a good profile, networking, and participating in the communities on LinkedIn? I'm currently a CS student. I like to self-teach myself technologies that I would like to work with after I'm done with school. Currently C#, ASP.NET, still searching for specialization. What are your thoughts on LinkedIn now that Microsoft has purchased it? Thanks in advance, Jason. So I'm going to start off by saying one thing. I don't know if I'm reading into this, but I know there's enough of you out there that it's worth addressing this. Stop hating on Microsoft. And I don't mean just stop hating on Microsoft. I mean stop hating on things. It is so destructive to yourself to be religious about companies and technologies and stuff like that, and to be like, oh, well, if it's Apple's involved with it, if Microsoft, who cares, right? This is, we don't need to, you don't need to mix the politics into the technology and to get all, biased about things like that. I don't know if that's the case here, but I'm just saying that a lot of people get upset and they miss out on opportunities, right? I have maybe opinions on different companies and which ones I like and which ones I think are jackasses, but I still buy their products even if I think they're a dumbass, because I'm not a dumbass. I want to get what's best for my career. I don't care if I'm not stupid enough to think that me boycotting some stupid product or company or doing something like that in protest means anything in the world. It doesn't. I want results, and so I'll pay the whatever, $1.50 and take the thing. I'll go to Disney World and I'll pay $12 for popcorn. I just want the damn popcorn. I don't care. I know you're ripping me off. I know you're jerks. Big deal. Who cares? Anyway, I thought I'd start out by saying that, because I think that's important to understand, is don't get your feelings with Microsoft mixed in with the LinkedIn thing. You got to do what's smart for you and your career and make these choices, right? Please don't do that. I've made this mistake. This is why I'm telling you this. I'm not telling you this because I'm some friggin' genius. I'm telling you this because I have made these mistakes myself in the past, and I want you to avoid them. So LinkedIn, let's talk about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is essential. It's really important. I don't know, it might change in the future, right? It might not become so critical, but right now everyone's on LinkedIn. People search for, they're going to look up your LinkedIn profile, and having a really good LinkedIn profile is really important, because when someone sees you on LinkedIn, right, and first of all, if someone gets your resume, they're going to compare it to your LinkedIn profile, and if there's differences there, there's going to be a problem. They might just even throw you out. So, because they might think you're a liar. So keep the LinkedIn profile up to date, because people are using it. Not because you like LinkedIn, not because you like Microsoft or any of these things, but just because this is what a lot of recruiters are using. This is what a lot of companies are using to check people out. This is a good networking tool, right? It might not be as effective as it used to be. There's a lot of spam on there, right? There's a lot of noise. So the noise to signal ratio, definitely has changed. We'll see what happens as this gets cleaned up. But there's a lot of opportunity there. And the groups and communities, those features are definitely useful. I recommend that for networking and reaching different people, but I would definitely keep a good profile on there. And one of the tips that I have for LinkedIn is, try to put as much good relevant data as possible, and try to get recommendations on there, right? This is something that I think I talked about a lot in my How to Market Yourself as a Software Developer course when I talked about LinkedIn, and it's still true today, which is that you need to go and get and solicit recommendations. I know it's difficult to do, but the thing is, if you've got a job and you've got like 9 recommendations from people that you worked with saying that you're great to work with, that you know your stuff, that's social proof, and social proof is important. When someone goes to your LinkedIn profile, whether they want to be influenced by it or not, they're going to see all of that, and it's going to set you apart, and they're going to, by association, because other people are saying you're good, they're going to assume you're good, right? And so, you should actually be good, but this is really important. So don't be afraid, don't be embarrassed to go and ask for these. You should ask every single person that you work with, hey, could you leave me a recommendation on LinkedIn? I would really, really appreciate it, You could even write one up for them if you think that, and say, would you post this if you agree with it? If not, could you modify? I mean, you can be aggressive with this, and you should, because this is really going to affect things for you. So yeah, I think I'm trying to see if I covered everything here, but I would say LinkedIn is important, whether you like it or not, just because so many people are using it. At some point maybe it won't be used as much, and then it won't be important like Google Plus. Oh, poor Google Plus. But LinkedIn is a really important social network for professionals, especially for software developers. Like I said, so make your profile as good as possible. Get a nice, good headshot on there too, right? Go and pay for professional headshots if you need to. Or my little hack is when the family photographer comes and takes photos, say, hey, could you do a headshot for me? They'll probably do it for free, or maybe charge you a small amount, and that's a good way to get a good headshot. But you need to have a good, consistent headshot that makes you look like a professional, or whatever image you're trying to appear, because you do need to have an image. You do need to have a personal brand. Again, I talk about that in my How to Market Yourself as a Software Developer course if you're interested in that, but I'm not here to plug that to you today. I'm just here to tell you about LinkedIn. So anyway, great question. If you have a question for me, email me at john@simpleprogrammer.com, and I will talk to you next time. Take care.